For today's Cyber CEO episode,
it's great. I mean, she's friendly. She's very attentive. She's caring. She always asks me how I'm doing. She's good about just help keeping me on track with those kind of admin tasks. With the demands of real estate, it's too much to do it all. So I'm grateful to have that stuff off my plate.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. Of course, here in Cyberbacker, my name is 𝗙𝗲𝗋𝗶. I'm your host. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Jess, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, we're very excited to have you on the show, of course, to talk to you more about your experience with virtual leverage through Cyberbacker, of course. So before anything else, how long have you been partnered with Cyberbacker?
𝗙𝗂𝗋𝗋𝗶 started with me April 7th, 2022. So that's a little over a year and a half.
Well, over a year and a half right there. So, by the way, is this your first time to work with someone virtual anyway?
No.
Oh, so you did have experience working with people who are virtual. How's everything going between you and 𝗙𝗂𝗋𝗋𝗶 so far then?
Things are going good. We talk every day. I send her priorities every week. I've trained her on repeating tasks and priorities that she knows she has every month to do with my marketing 36 touch plan and that kind of stuff. But I send her not updates. I send her a list of priorities just to make sure, and then we touch base once a day, at least once a day. And right now we're implementing Monica Reynolds' playbooks from the organizational boot camp. And so she and I Zoom 2 hours at least once a week. So yeah,
a lot of communication between the both of you then, you and your cyberbacker, am I right?
Yeah. And I always, when I come to work, there's always a text from her in the morning before her clocked hours. Hey, these are my priorities today. How did blah, blah, blah from yesterday go? She's pretty proactive. Like, what's your schedule? I need to know your schedule so I can tell people when you call them back, She, on the DISC profile, she's high on the D and the C, and I'm pretty balanced on all four. D's the lowest of the four. Mm-hmm. So it's helpful,
You guys complement each other, then you and your cyberbacker, right? So yes. Also I forgot to ask you earlier, what do you do in business? I see here that you're in real estate. How long have you been doing that?
So I've been licensed real estate agent in the state of Iowa for 9 years this year.
There we go. So tons of experience right there, obviously. 9 years in the business.
Yep.
Now, talk to me more about 𝗙𝗂𝗋 then, your cyberbacker, not just about the tasks that she does first, but as a person, what's it like working with her every day?
It's great. I mean, she's friendly. She's very attentive. She's caring. She always asks me how I'm doing. Of course, the real estate gets emotional sometimes, and she's understanding when I'm upset about whatever. Working with clients, no one's perfect. So we always work through, like yesterday, names weren't on million labels downloaded from realist.com, and I called 𝗙𝗂𝗋 and she got it fixed right there on the spot. And it's a new system. We're starting to do golden letters. So I've got someone locally that's retired that does the physicality of stamps and address labels. And I was at her house. And so anyway, 𝗙𝗂𝗋 is very responsive and takes care of everything. And I'm teaching her how to respond to messages as best you can. If it's not having to do with price, terms, or conditions.
Of course. Now, talk to me more about the partnership that you now have with 𝗙𝗂𝗋. Before that, you had to go through interviews, of course, on Zoom, communicating with our team here on Cyberbacker on the needs of your business, of course, and your preferences when looking and partnering with that Cyberbacker. How did that all go? Just going through the hiring process that we have in Cyberbacker.
Yeah, it was great. So I had hired someone through the Keller Williams KPA process previously, and it didn't work out. So I needed someone right away. So I just reached out to Cyberbacker, and they immediately like got me in the system, had me in front of 5 people.
Mhm.
I guess they sent me 5 names, and then the day of, they said we have 2 more, and the second of the 2 was 𝗙𝗂. And so you guys had sent me some list of questions to ask. So I asked these questions, and a lot of people answered the questions the same. 𝗙𝗂 stood out a little bit different. And so I interviewed her deeper with one other person, and I decided on 𝗙𝗂, and it's been good. It was, and one of the reasons why I appreciate and went with Cyberbacker is because obviously being a 𝗙𝗃𝗋𝗋's maps coach and 𝗙𝗃𝗋𝗋's agent previously in Utah, he knows 𝗙𝗃𝗋𝗋 systems and models. He has you guys trained with, you got your own profit share. She's got a cyber head backer who keeps her accountable, and you guys coach and do a lot of that kind of stuff. And it was just, the process in place for the hiring was very helpful to me at that time.
Yes, of course. Here in Cyberbacker, we make sure to make your lives easier, of course, by being there as much as we can, of course. Now, talking about the partnership that you now have with 𝗙𝗂, how did you create such a successful partnership between you and your Cyberbacker? Because we get that a lot here when it comes to questions. How do I make it successful? How do I make it worthwhile? Of course, make it successful, like for the business and in the partnership. How did you guys do it?
Sure. So I put 𝗙𝗂 through Monica Reynolds' Perfect Real Estate Assistant, and I've taken that class myself twice. And Monica talks about you have to make an investment in the relationship. I think some people have this idea that because they're virtual, you tell them what to do and they just go and do it. And yes, however, it requires, you still have to have communication.
Of course.
You have to talk. So, I mean, I've invested in the partnership with the daily communication. She texts me on my personal cell, so we have that kind of communication. And then I talk to her. I do Zooms, like I make Zoom videos for her to watch later. I'm getting in the habit of just recording everything training wise, just so I just teach it once. And then answering questions. She's really good about asking questions. And, I think Monica, 30, 60, 90, we you guys put her through that. I had my own version of that every day too, of just making sure that communication was there so that she understood, what to do. She's definitely competent. And I wanted her to know, like on a monthly rotating basis, like this is what to expect. So like, she's really good about gentle reminder. I need a video from you. And I'm like, today was stressful. I'll make it tomorrow, or I didn't shave today, so, cause Monica teaches, boss the boss. So she's good about just help keep me on track with those kind of admin tasks. And I've been an admin in the past, yet with the demands of real estate, it's too much to do it all. So I'm grateful to have that stuff off my plate.
Now, it seems like you've already created this very strong bond with your Cyberbacker, 𝗙𝗂, of course. Now, one last question before I let you go today. What's been the biggest benefit of working with 𝗙𝗂, of working with Cyberbacker, the business so far?
It's reliability. It's definitely, like, I've seen my production go up steadily. So she started with me in April of 2022. I was kind of in a low point for a couple personal and business reasons. And even though the market has shifted down since then, my business is up. I don't remember the percentage. At one point it was 200 or 400% for something. And that's just because we've been systematic to put in place the Millionaire Real Estate Agent 36 Touch. And I call my people, and she's enabled me to automate like the mailing process, the emails, the smart plans with command. She's got access to order the postage, and, she designs the marketing and on Canva. So we just, it's there, and I don't have to, I put it in the weekly priority emails, but she already knows whatever. And we talk about the details of those things and so forth. So
you and your Cyberbacker are just like a well-oiled machine now. Everything just going smoothly. Something that's very exciting to look forward to is it's only been a year and a half. Imagine what you and Casey can do, let's say, in another year or another 2 years, right? Together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excited very much.
Now, before we go today, I forgot to tell you, Casey's going to be able to listen and watch this once we have this online. So before we go, would you want to give her a quick shout out?
Yes, shout out Casey. Woo woo. Thank you. I will have that video for you today on the holiday party. And you're doing a great job. I appreciate you so much.
Here we go. Now, we are very, very excited to seeing the continued success of this partnership. And of course, 𝗙ecie, thank you very much for being on the show today.
All right. Thank you, 𝗙𝗹𝗹.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.